Okay, part 5, last video in the series. When we last left our heroine, she was getting in a big rig and starting out across the country. Scientology had just shown up at my brother's house and my mother's house. They camped out there for a good 2 weeks, and they kept knocking on the door, kept seeing if I was there. I mean, my parents, can you imagine these people just camped out in front of your house? Anyway, so I was on the road with my brother and pretty much in shock the whole time, just staring out the window. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what was going to happen with my life at this point. You know, imagine if tomorrow, let's say you woke up tomorrow and everything that you thought was real and true in your life, you found out was a total lie. Imagine the huge sense of betrayal that is. And you have no, like, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what were my beliefs versus what were installed in me, right? So I just spent my whole time staring out the window of the big rig, and my brother, to his incredible credit, didn't talk to me. He didn't say anything. He was just there for me if I needed him. And we'd get reports every day about what the Scientology teams were doing out in front of my parents' house or my brother's house. Just to know that they were there. And for me, I kept looking out the window to see if there was somebody in a car next to the truck that, you know, I recognized, because the paranoia runs deep. But it's actually, as you know from the last video, it's not really paranoia. But we were fine. We were on the road. We would, you know, drive early in the morning, drive all day, go to truck stops. I met a lot of great people at truck stops, and I got to see all these states, which was amazing. Then one day we're in the truck and my brother gets a call on his cell phone and he says, "Hello? Who is this? Joni? No, Anne's not here. I don't know where she is." "Yeah, okay. How'd you get my phone number?" "Yeah, don't call me anymore," click. So they had gotten his phone number. I didn't even have his phone number. How they got his cell phone number, well, that's what they do, right? They got their ways. And they had called him, and their plan was to put my best friend from Flag, she and I were best buddies, put her on the phone so she could convince me to come back. But he was too smart for that. And he was like, "Nope, not happening. I don't know where she is." And he gets off the phone. He says, "Do they think I'm going to tell them where you are? They are nuts." So after that, they pretty much didn't try to call anymore. And 2 weeks later, they had left the house, both houses, and they knew I wasn't going to come back to them. You know, after there's a time frame here, like the closer you can actually capture the person, the easier it is to convince them to come back. But after 2 weeks of me being out, they weren't going to convince me of anything. So yay. So then it was about 24 days, I think, that we were on the road, saw a lot of country, which was, again, exciting. And then came back, and I decided to stay with my parents in their spare bedroom. My wonderful parents, who were both in their 80s at the time, they were thrilled to have me. And that was when the healing journey started. And it was a bumpy one, let me tell you. And that's it for these videos. My next sequence is going to be about how they sucked me in, how I went from this idealistic, smart, you know, driven person, young person who wanted to change the world, into a, you know, robot. But that's for the next video. Follow me for more culty goodness.